Okay, the first code is BCD code. So in this code, each digit of a decimal number is represented by binary equivalent. So remember, each digit of a decimal number is represented by binary equivalent, which is also known as 8421 code. So I will explain later what is 8421, and which is also called as weighted code system. Okay, it is also called as a weighted code system. Okay, these are the some key points regarding this BCD codes, and the important thing is each digit of a decimal number is represented by binary equivalent, and the name itself suggests BCD is nothing but what? Binary coded decimal number. For example, here I am taking 943 and base 10. So given decimal number system, and in this decimal number system we have three digits, 9, 4, 3. These are the three digits, right? Each and every decimal digit is encoded with a binary equivalent, that is called BCD code. Here we have three numbers, each and every number will encoded with binary equivalent, right? First I am taking 9, 4, 3, and 3 is encoded with 4-bit binary code word, right? So first I am taking 0, 0. 3 means what? 0, 0, 1, 1. This is your decimal digit. For this decimal digit I am writing binary equivalent, that is 0, 0, 1, 1. When you compare with the 8421 code, 8421 means what? 2 power 3 and 2 power 2 and 2 power 1 and 2 power 0. Okay, 2 power 3 means 8, 2 power 2 means 4, and 2 power 1 means 2, and 2 power 0 means 1, right? So 8421 code is nothing but this one. Now just you can multiply with this 2 power 3 into 0, you will get 0, and 2 power 2 into 0, 2 power 1 into 1 plus 2 power 0 into 1. So that means that 8 into 0 plus 4 into 0 plus 2 into 1 plus 1 into 1. So if you calculate all those things, 0 plus 0 plus 2 plus 1, you will get 3. Okay, this is your 3. While you are applying this 8421, don't take all these 2 power 3, 2 power 2, 2 power. Directly you can multiply with the 8 into this particular binary bit, and 4 into this particular binary bit, 2 into this particular binary, 1 into this particular. When you calculate all those things, you will get your decimal digit. Okay, so when it satisfies this 8421 format, that is called 8421 code, which is also called as BCD code, right? So now I will take the decimal digit 3 and I can encode it with 0011, 4-bit binary equivalent. After that I will take 4. So for this 4, 0, 1, 00. So and next 9, that is 1, 0, 0, 1. Okay, this is decimal number. So this entire decimal number is encoded with binary equivalent. So this is called a BCD code. So for this 943 base 10, BCD code is 1001, 0100 and 0011. So this is your BCD code. So like that you can represent your BCD codes for various decimal numbers, right? Just you can write binary equivalent for individual decimal digits, that you have to remember. Okay, don't write for complete number, just you can split individual digits, and each and every digit you have to write binary 4-bit binary equivalent. So in case of n equals to 4, that means in 4-bit binary format, the total number of possible representations is 2 power n, where n equals to 4-bit. Then you will get 16 possibilities. Out of the 16 possibilities, the valid BCD codes are equals to 10, and the invalid BCD codes equals to, here the total 16 possibilities, out of 16 10 are valid BCD codes, and the invalid are 16 minus 10, that means 0, 6. 6 are invalid BCD codes. These are possible only when n equals to 4. Okay, so valid BCD codes means what? In case of decimal number, so we can able to represent 0 to 9 decimal digits. Okay, 0 to 9 decimal digits. So we can indicate their binary. We can able to indicate their binary equivalents. For example, if we are moving from 9 to 10, for example, if we are taking 10 decimal digit, this is decimal digit, right? 10 decimal digit. So if I want to indicate binary equivalent, just you can take 0 binary equivalent and 1 binary equivalent. We cannot take combinedly, right? So in our decimal number system, we are unable to take 10 binary equivalent directly. We know 10 binary equivalent, that is 1010, but we cannot directly indicate here. In our BCD binary coded decimal point of view, first we can indicate 0 decimal number. After that we can indicate 1 decimal equivalent. That means binary equivalent for this one, and binary equivalent, that means we will get code like this 000 and here 0001. This is our code. So in direct format, what happened if you are taking decimal digit 10, so we have 1010 is the code. But when it comes to BCD point of view, so we have 001 0000. This is your BCD code. This is your BCD code. Okay, and this is your binary code. Binary code for 10 decimal digit. Okay, that is the difference. That's why 0 to 9 only the valid BCD codes. Those are 10. Okay, total number 10, and the rest of the digits whatever we have. So those are invalid BCD codes, which are, that means 10 to 15, right? So 10 to 15 is invalid codes. Why? Because here we are taking n equals to 4. N equals to 4 means we have a possibility like 0 to 15, right? Out of 0 to 15, 0 to 9 are valid codes and 10 to 15 are invalid codes. Okay, so these things are, I will not mention here, but you can understand, okay, while reading this particular concept, right? In case of n equals to 8, that means 8-bit format, if I am taking, the total number of possible representations are 2 power n, where n equals to 8-bit, so that 2 power 8, so we will get 256 possibilities, right? So out of 256 possibilities, the valid BCD codes are 100 and the invalid BCD codes are 256 minus 100, that we will get 156. 100 valid codes and 156 invalid codes only when n equals to 8-bit. That means each and every decimal digit will represent with 8-bit binary equivalent. For example, in the previous case, what is the example? So that is 943, right? So base 10, right? So here n equals to what? 8-bit. So that each and every decimal digit will represent with its 8-bit binary equivalent. In that situation, so we are getting 3 is nothing but what? So 000 and 0011. For this 4 decimal digits, so we are getting 0000100. And in this case, so 0000 and 1001. So this entire thing is called as our BCD equivalent. So 8-bit means that one, right? So this is about BCD codes. Next we will move on to next code, that is XS3 code. It can be derived from BCD code by adding 3 to each coded number, right? So, and which is also called as unweighted code. So it can be derived from BCD code by adding 3 to each coded number, which is also called as unweighted code. For example, here I am taking BCD code plus 3 equals to XS3 code. And the next key point is it is a self-complementary code. That means the ones complement of an XS3 number is the XS3 code for the nines complement of the corresponding decimal number. So the ones complement of an XS3 number is XS3 code for the nines complement of corresponding decimal numbers. You can consider one side ones complement of number, another side you can consider nines complement of that particular decimal number. These two are in XS3 format. Okay, that is the meaning of this particular statement, which is called a self-complementary code. Yes, you can consider one side ones complement form, another side you can consider nines complement form. Whatever the nines complement number and whatever the ones complement number, these two are in XS3 format. Okay, XS3 code format. So that is called self-complementary code. So we will take one example, then you will get some clarity, right? So this is important statement. The self-complementary property is applicable for only XS3 code. Whatever the codes were available, around 6 codes are available in our subject. So in that the self-complementary property is completely applicable for only XS3 code. So most of the entrance exams, this question is very important. Okay, so here I am taking the BCD code 5, that is 5 in decimal form. So for that, binary equivalent is 0101, right? So if I am taking XS3 code for this particular binary code, so we are getting 8, right? 5 plus 3 means we are getting 8, right? So here I am writing 1000. So here we are adding plus 3, right, to get the XS3 number. Okay, so that we are getting 1000. Now I am taking here 9's complement of this particular 5. So 9's complement of 5 means 9 minus 5, so that we are getting 4. So that is 4 here. Okay, 4 means in binary format, that is 0 1 double 0, right? So this is your 9's complement form number. So this is clear. Now you can take 1's complement of this particular number. So here we are getting XS3 code, that is 8. For this 8 you need to find out 1's complement form. So 1's complement form means you know very well. So you can remove this particular number from all ones. Otherwise, you can take inversion of this particular bits, number of bits, right? So if I am taking inversion, so I am getting 0 1 1 1. So this is your 1's complement form number. So that is 7, right? So in decimal, which is equivalent to 7. So here 1's complement form is 7. Here 9's complement form is 4. If I am taking for in this direction, okay, otherwise in this direction, okay, whatever. If we are taking this 4, adding plus 3 to this particular encoded word, we are getting 7. That means these two are in XS3 form or not. 4 plus 3 is nothing but what? 7. That means these two codes are in XS3 format. So that's why it is called a self-complementary code. If I am taking 9's complement from one side and 1's complement form is another side, this 1's complement number and this 9's complement number both are in XS3 format, then it is called as self-complementary code. For this direction I will take minus, for this direction I will take plus 3, right? So here I am taking minus. If I am removing minus 3 from this particular code, so you will get 0 1 double 0. That means this 9's complement form number and this 1's complement form number both are in XS3 format. That's why it is called self-complementary code. So this is the meaning of above statement. Okay, this is very important for entrance point of view, right? I will take one more example. So 48 base 10. So convert it into XS3 code. So this is your problem, and don't add plus 3 for this entire 48. So I already gave a statement like it can be derived from BCD code by adding 3 to each coded number. Okay, not for entire number. By adding 3 to each coded number, then only it is a valid XS3 code. Don't take entire number. For that entire number, what you have to do, just you can add that plus 3 number, then that is completely wrong. So most of the students చేసే పని ఏంటంటే కంప్లీట్ డెసిమల్ నెంబర్ తీసేసుకుని దానికి ప్లస్ 3 యాడ్ చేసేస్తారు. సో అది కంప్లీట్ గా రాంగ్ అవుతుంది. ఈచ్ అండ్ ఎవ్రీ డెసిమల్ డిజిట్, ఓకే, యూ నీడ్ టు యాడ్ ప్లస్ 3 for each and every decimal digit, then only it will be converted to XS3 code. Here 48 is there, okay, just you can add plus 3 to 8 and plus 3 to 4 also. Okay, don't add plus 3 to entire 48. That is completely wrong. You can add individually. 4 is one code word and 8 is another code word. So in that case 4 and 8. Here I am adding plus 3. Here also I am adding plus 3. So 8 plus 3 is nothing but what? 11, and 4 plus 3 is nothing but 7. Now you can convert these decimals to a binary format. Then you are getting 11 means what? 1011, and whereas 7 is nothing but what? 0111. Now the entire code equals to 48 base 10, so which is equals to 0111 base 2. So this is your equivalent 4-bit binary number. Like this you have to convert it into XS3 code.